I was turning the page in my agenda for the month of February when I saw the words, "Love is in the air." My initial reaction was, great, fantastic. Another reminder that this is my first single Valentine's Day in 3 years. Can't wait. But on the other side of the page, I saw a space for 3 goals that you want to accomplish in the upcoming month. I don't know about you guys, but in the month of January already, I was feeling like I was in a slump and somewhat directionless for the rest of the year. So as I was writing down some goals for the month, which I really didn't want to do, seeing as I was in the slump and feeling very unmotivated, I realized that there is something in common with my 3 goals, that they could all be related to love in some kind of way. February is all about love, no? So in this video, I'm going to share 3 ways that I plan on making my February filled with lots of love, and practical steps that I will take to ensure that I reach these goals. So number 1, I want to love what I do. For those of you who don't know, I am a violin performance major at a conservatory. I'm living my dream life. I'm making music every day with my talented peers. There's opportunities everywhere, and I'm getting to do what I'm most passionate about. However, it wasn't until a recent rehearsal that I realized I wasn't living my dream life as if it were my dream life. I dreaded practicing because I felt overwhelmed by the growing pile of repertoire that needed to be learned. I felt unmotivated because I didn't sound the way that I wanted to sound. And my upcoming performances felt much more like tests and obligations than they were a display of my passion for music. Nonetheless, as I recently joined a sinfonia orchestra, which in my school is a student-led orchestra that focuses more on community outreach, interacting with the audience over perfectionism, I realized there that I hadn't genuinely had fun playing violin in a really long time. As we were playing fun and easy pieces such as Don't Stop Believin' or a Harry Potter medley arranged for string quartet, I let go of all the expectations placed on me by myself and by others, and just let go, and I sung with my instrument. That night at rehearsal was the reminder that I desperately needed to remind me of why I even played music in the first place. It reminded me of how enjoyable the privilege of studying music should be. And so I conclude the first love that I'll focus on this month, my love for music, my love for violin. Life is too short to be wasting a single minute doing things that you hate, especially if you can find the joy in it. So how exactly do I plan on liking my practice again, much less loving it? Well, for me personally, I'm not going to touch my phone or go on social media when I practice. The second I touch social media, that practice session is over. I've noticed that I love violin a lot more if I'm 100% focused, and that my practice sessions had been unproductive and unfocused in large part due to social media and the presence of my phone in general. It's just like when you're reading a really good book, or actually, it's just like when you're watching a really good movie and you're in theaters, you were super excited, you've been waiting for this movie to come out for an entire year. When you get to that movie theater and you're watching the movie, you're fully immersed into the movie, right? Anything that tries to distract you, you're definitely not scrolling through your phone in that theater. You're definitely not thinking about what's for lunch tomorrow. And if a kid cries in that theater, you get annoyed because you're trying to focus, and any type of distraction is actually disgusting to you, and it's not succeeding in distracting you, right? That's how focused you are. Well, I've learned that that principle applies to other areas of life. My practicing, homework doing, whatever it is, like if I'm passionate about violin and my practice is super focused, or if I'm doing homework, say I'm a biology major and I love biology, or I'm planning to be a doctor. Whatever it is, the principle is this, that half-heartedness, lukewarmness, these things prevent you from experiencing whatever it is to the fullest. Whether it was that good movie in theaters or it's my practice session, distractions and half-heartedness prevent you from experiencing something to the fullest. So in summary, after a lot of rambling, my bad, I want to get rid of these distractions, and my biggest distraction is social media / my phone, in order to fully immerse myself in the music to enjoy it again. And so number 2, I want to love myself / love my body. Whether you're single or not, it's always a good time to invest in improving yourself. This subject is a bit more touchy, but I thought I'd get vulnerable and share it anyways. This month I want to continue my exercise routine and continue my healthier eating habits, because that's what makes me feel good. I want to feel like the best version of myself. And so I want to take more walks, 1 mile minimum per day, get more fresh air, among other things that will make me feel good. I want to be able to feel confident and know that I put effort into the way that I look. Of course, I'm doing these things to improve my mental and my physical health. If it's bringing in adverse effects, then maybe it's time to reevaluate and step back. But I'm just speaking for myself here. And finally, last but my most important, is to love God and put God first. I'll say that God is my number one priority in life, but unfortunately my distracted devotions prove otherwise. In my time of singleness, I really want to improve my relationship with God and by extension improve myself. And that way, I'll also be prepared for whomever I enter into a relationship with next. I want to spend all the time that I would be spending with a significant other on quality time with God. To put things into action, I'm going to keep my devotional time, usually filled with side things like replying to comments, eating breakfast, planning my day, whatever it is, I'm going to keep all those distractions to a minimum. Anyone who's ever meditated before or tried to do devotions or whatever it is, trying to be alone with your thoughts is virtually impossible these days. The second you sit down to have 1 second of peace and quiet, everything comes pouring into your head. Did I lock the door last night? When was the last time I had water? Oh shoot, that assignment's due tomorrow. All of these thoughts just come pouring out at the same time out of nowhere. They wouldn't have even been there if you weren't trying to concentrate in the first place. So of course, keeping these distractions to a minimum is much easier said than done. So how I want to do that is I'm going to say that I can't touch my phone, similar to the one with the practice, no opening any other web page, and most of all, not following through with these compulsive thoughts that enter into my head. Not only is this going to improve my relationship with God, this is definitely going to improve my ability to focus because I'm so used to giving in to these compulsive urges. I'm gonna journal more, I'm gonna read more books and articles, or just feed my mind with anything that nourishes it as opposed to rotting it. I know maybe I'll use the extra time to do something special for the people that I love. So as this holiday that celebrates love approaches, whether you're in a relationship or not, I encourage you to figure out ways that you can fill your life with more love. Is it to spend more time with your family or significant other? Is it to improve yourself or your relationship with your confidence? And then think about, what steps do I need to take in order to allow this love to come into my life? I'll leave you with these thoughts, and hopefully you were inspired by something I said earlier. Happy Valentine's Day, take care, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.